Welcome to the second part of Batman, The Long Halloween. And what a long Halloween it's been. So long that it stretches throughout several different holidays.
Yeah. So, they can't call it the long Halloween / Thanksgiving / Christmas / New Year.
And
Maybe the
other
wrong
holidays.
holiday.
Well, okay. I do get why it's called The Long Halloween, but I'm not going to spend a whole video essay
I know that as well. It's just that, the first part might have not give you a super clue about it, but don't worry, makes sense.
Yeah, so we're here to put a cap on things, so it's been a good adaptation now. But now it's time to come down to the real test and see if they can cap off this adaptation with a good ending touch here. So you know the drill, start at the Warner Brothers custom logo like last time. And here we go in 3, 2, 1, click. Tio, I need to ask you something.
Yeah.
So did Long Halloween come before or after Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Oh, I think it was after. I think it's a story from the 90s. Let me check just to be sure.
Because from what I understand, apparently Selina may have actually have known Bruce Wayne's identity in the original comic, but to me that doesn't make any sense unless they retconned it out somehow, and that's how eventually when she finds out a secret identity.
Between
in Hush.
1996 and 1997, Jova.
Huh. Okay.
Also, to talk a bit more about the credits, because some credits about the dev team, because we didn't talk about it. The director is someone who's not normally a director, but a person typed an artist, a storyboard artist, Chris Palmer. He has worked on stuff like Young Justice, Ultimate Spider-Man, Legend of Korra. I mean, as a artist, mind you, the. Let's see. So the story, I think it's like a Dragon Trainer 3, Auto Trainer Dragon 3, sorry. But he has been also mostly attached to the Voltron series. The first, which was the director for several episodes. Then he was director of Superman Man of Tomorrow, and then these two-parter. As for the writing, it's actually Tim Sheridan, who has been handling also stuff like DC Superhero Girls. Let's see. Justice League Action.
Ooh, love that show.
Apparently, one single episode of the new Masters of the Universe Revelation series, and the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy, the one that mostly came out recently. Also, he did work for some DC animated stuff, both Reign of the Superman and the Death and Return of Superman. So there is that, at least.
Batman, The Long Halloween Part 2.
Part 2.
So as you recall...
Yeah, Bruce was not exactly... was a bit enticed by the offer.
Yes. Bruce? You okay there,
Is
my
this supposed
dude?
to be... Is this supposed to be like a commercial for a car or something?
Yeah, it is another...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think...
Yeah, it's another one of those shots that looks a bit more stylized than the others. It's
to be honest here, I don't think naming your car after something that shouldn't be on your car isn't a good idea.
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of, Teo?
Wow.
Reminds me of in the DBZ Strongest Fusion OVA, where when we get into that bit where they're fighting Hitler, suddenly the animation completely switches style. You know, like, it's so awkward. Like, I don't understand what happened here.
And yes, like we mentioned yesterday, this part instead is R-rated. Again, I haven't seen it. I don't remember the original comics being too graphical with its violence, but I'd like to see just to be sure.
Bruce, I see your office has taken on a bit more floration.
God damn it, Bruce. And she didn't even need to spray pheromones on his face. Can you believe that?
Nobody can. That's why they die.
Anyone want to talk about how Mr. Wayne has been planting a lot more plants lately around the office, Bob?
Well, I guess this is better than having Cycling Batgirl on a rooftop, I suppose.
Is it? Is it really? At least that was consensual, God help us all.
Oh my god. How many people are dying in this fucking restaurant?
Ah, Valentine's Day.
Lovely.
We're really covering every holiday, aren't we?
Yes.
But where the hell is Batman?
Oh, Jimmy's so disappointed.
This isn't right. Yeah, something's up though. Batman has not been around lately.
The closest another story that they had got like this close to have Batman being retired because of Bruce Wayne, being captured and everything was one that I mentioned before, Batman the Cult. St. Patrick's Day. But at the very least, it was in Scarface for this one, I guess.
So,
Also, Jim, I'm not sure, you can actually light up your pipe with this rain. Not if you don't have an umbrella.
and now we come to April 1st, and Jesus Christ, the vines have overgrown here.
Yeah.
What has Alfred had to say about all this?
Who says Alfred is even there at this point?
Yeah, he's also under mind control.
Gonna transfer everything.
Boy, you know Alfred must be under mind control, because if he were in his right mind, he would have had a heart attack at letting Wayne Manor fall into this state.
Yeah, I think someone's jealous.
Yeah.
My vines have a crush on you.
Nah, she prefers Harley Quinn.
Actually, that's a thing. Occasionally, Catwoman and Harley and Poison Ivy do team up as the Gotham City Sirens trio.
Mm-hmm.
Other times, yeah, Poison Ivy and Catwoman are trying to kill each other.
That's also when Selina is not handling stuff with the birds of prey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the reason I bring up that I am wondering a bit is like, well, again, in the original comic, the reason Catwoman figured out something was up with Bruce Wayne was because, well, Batman wasn't showing up often. Which really makes me wonder, if she knew his identity back then, how did they retcon it out that she
Again, I
didn't know
forgot, to be honest. Considering also the different crises that happen, you could chuck it up as a side effect of stuff like Infinite Crisis, potentially.
But that's the... Oh, shoot. Maybe.
Remember, Superboy Prime punching the multiverse, making cracks, had
Bruce.
several kind of side effects.
Bruce, you
Yeah.
are not a weapon. You are a living being. Now choose.
I am who I choose to be.
Oh, this is gonna be fun to explain to the investors.
Yeah.
You see, it turns out Poison Ivy had been controlling me, and I was only saved because Catwoman then came in and had, well, a catfight with her.
Still, again,
That's all
cleaning up,
very well, Master Bruce, but it's all
Yeah,
very well,
cleaning
Mr.
cleaning up the mansion after this is gonna be a pain.
That's all very well, Mr. Wayne, but how do you explain all the vines that have been going around your house? You can't blame all that on Poison Ivy, surely.
Actually, I can. She's just that powerful. We should really have that looked into.
Look, Master Wayne. Why is it that we fall?
So we can pick ourselves up and hopefully explain my bank account situation.
Oh, fuck, I'm bankrupt!
Yep, get the lawyers on this. But yeah, this shows something interesting. Falcone is resorting to using supervillains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want a partner.
Yeah, that face says it all. Just
No.
suck it up, Bruce.
Not only that, he doesn't want a partner. Soon, 5 partners later, I mean 6
Yeah.
if we're counting spoiler.
Is that the actual name of the character?
Yes.
Stephanie Brown.
Yeah, she
Wow,
That's because it's a long story.
What's her gimmick? Causing drags on cars.
No, actually, because that's the thing. Air Faber is kind of like the Riddler. He goes around planting riddles and people don't solve them, they die. So she plans to counter that by giving spoilers to the victims.
And by giving them the answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, spoilers. That's pretty cute, actually.
I think her father was actually Clue Master.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
There was an actual Riddler's daughter supervillain.
Oh, sorry guys, we can't go in here. Office employees only.
But again, this really just shows how serious things are getting if Falcone is now aligning with supervillains.
Was this one of the Punisher's side houses?
I wonder. Especially since the Punisher is technically canon to the DC universe.
Oh man. If we had to consider every single crossover that Batman had canon, we would be here all day because Jesus.
Let's see. Alien, Predator, Terminator, just to
Spawn,
name a few.
The Spawn one,
TMNT,
the Darkness.
Scooby-Doo on several occasions.
Mother's Day, eh?
It's funny because the Parents' Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day usually change depending on the country. So this holiday one is strictly American.
All right.
Those are 2 really shitty days Bruce has.
Anyway, back to Arkham Asylum.
And there's the Scarecrow.
Guess it's his turn to escape, but yeah.
It is Teamverse design actually, not the later season one, but one of the early ones.
Yeah, how are they gonna? Okay, they've already done Scarecrow on screen, but they didn't have the mask on that often. Are they gonna get away with having a Scarecrow like this in the live action thing?
We'll see. Who knows? Design-wise, the Arkham games did manage to come with a good compromise.
I think what they did in the Arkham games is actually a really good way. How
Oh
you could do
boy.
it.
They've improved, Batman.
Complete with an animation style change.
I still understand why it took so long for the Sinestro Corps to actually give a ring to this guy.
I
But
think
it was even in a time of crisis, which meant that after that he got revoked.
I think they explained that, like, well, they knew he would be way too much powerful with it. And funnily enough, the only thing that really stopped him was an Orange Lantern-controlled Lex Luthor stealing his yellow ring.
Yeah. Ah. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a bit of the R rating, I guess. We'll see. Well, I'm starting at the very least.
A very light R so far.
Well, you can tell that this sequence is more stylistic with the animation. It was clearly meant to be looking different.
Honestly, I'm still not really seeing an R rating. Like even
I mean,
PG-13 still.
we're only 13 minutes in, not even that.
That's what I was discussing so far.
Oh boy, yeah, we need to see the Wayne shot again.
Actually, no.
Because it's a parallel. How many couples with a single child traverse Gotham's alleyway at night? Is this like a recurring thing?
Okay, they need to start creating some kind of PSA on Gotham TV saying, parents all over, pro tip for parenting, never go into dark alleys with your child.
Okay, now we're back to...
It's also ironic because it was literally a place called Crime Alley where they got shot.
Okay.
Did you know that Bruce's parents died?
Okay, so...
No idea.
Wait a minute. I didn't hear or see a second gunshot, so what, did the mom just fall over?
Oh, okay, so Zack Snyder focuses on the pearls, this comic focuses on Martha's eye?
I mean, I
Mhm.
did like how they did it in the Joker movie as well. The guy just didn't care about the pills; he just ripped it from her as a sign of fuck rich people or
I
something.
forgot which specific media introduced the main focusing on the pearl necklace, but it's, if I recall correctly, it actually wasn't the origin story. Not
So now
even
it's
not
so
even
now
the
it's
post credits
literally
one.
so now it literally is my parents are dead.
Oh, Bruce,
Oh
no,
god.
this is not the kind of
Bruce,
trauma you need to have right now.
Bruce, come on, Bruce, let's not go here, please.
Bruce, please tell me that's not what you saw
Hey
in
Pedro,
Selena
like
the
Frank Miller
entire
said,
time.
I touched my mother's breast.
Oh God.
But
I
anyway,
would
here,
not like the context for that.
you only need to know it's an actual line from a real comic book. That's all you need to
Basically,
know.
it's Frank Miller, which was a writer that was once great that went insane, wrote a story about where that added an extra detail to Batman's origin story. Apparently, when they fell to the ground, Bruce touched his mother's breast.
And
For
it
what
bled all
reason the
over
comic
him.
doesn't for what reason the comic doesn't explain. That's like of all things to touch in the corpses, he chose that.
Oh, look at that! We escaped Arkham Asylum again. Yeah,
This is the worst prison ever.
it actually is.
It
Hang on,
actually is.
It
it's not
really
even just.
is.
And it's not just even Gotham. The entire DC universe loves to lock people inside there, knowing full well that they escape
Your
regularly.
tax dollars at work, everybody.
There actually are some plot points that do say
To
it
be fair,
is part
Teo,
of
it's
a.
not like
There actually are some plot points that do say that putting villains in Arkham is part of a money laundering scheme, or in some cases, certain companies do make taxes off of it.
That is true, Jova. But then you get cases like Gene Laurie, who out of nowhere gets
Okay.
reached by the Eclipse Diamond.
to be fair, Teo, it's not like Rikers is any better.
No.
Okay. To be fair, when it comes to Gene Loring, that was just Identity Crisis being kind of a dumb story. Because seriously, by all intents and purposes, shouldn't have gone there.
Hello? Yeah.
Who is your parole officer?
My face is my warrant.
Yes.
Wait, no one's gonna.
This is Sofia Gigante Falcone.
She's voiced by Lila Berzins. Let me see what else she did. Ooh, she was in Hades.
Okay, I'm going to guess voice recording for this was done from the actors' homes because pandemic.
Also, he meant enough. Oh.
You are old.
That's besides the point, Lives.
He is old. What are you talking about? Goodbye. PS5?
Eh,
Go
no,
buy-
they're
go-
still
go
out
buy
of
some-
stock. I mean, do
Here's some hush money. That's hush money if I've ever saw
Uh-oh.
it.
Oh boy, it's Father's Day.
Let me guess, he's going to die.
Oh, nice. Okay, hold on. Let me see what.
Well, I see the village managed to be a structure fine enough.
Oh, okay, never mind. We're still.
So first Joker, then Poison Ivy, and now Scarecrow.
What's next? The Riddler.
Yeah, let me check. Let me see. The Scarecrow here is voiced by Robin Atkins.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cool.
Well, actually, no.
It's never too
so-
early. Uh,
Hmm.
God. Holding that alcohol there, he really does look like Archer.
Ouch. Yeah.
As a doctor, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Clever.
there are also some iterations of the.
Alright, like we was mentioning in part 1, pay attention to who is voicing young Bruce. That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it.
damn, Luigi got rabid with the age.
Apparently. Huh, so apparently he was a bit of a crime doctor liaison.
He shot him with bolts.
On impact, the bullet do kind of that.
Yeah.
It means thank you.
Yeah. That actually I do there. Is he gonna talk actually?
Well, sooner or later. You have to remember, with the Warner Bros. Animated stuff like these tend to have moments where to save cost for the voice actors when they just have scenes that have only the animation explain. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. This is a young Bruce Wayne meeting a young Carmine Falcone.
Shiroi, do you want to know who's voicing young Bruce here?
Who?
Zach Callison.
Wait.
Ring any bell?
Yeah.
Steven?
Yes, so
Yeah, Steven,
Steven
Universe is
Universe
voicing
is
Bruce Wayne.
and you can tell that he's actually going through puberty, considering he sounds very drastically different.
I swear, Zach Callison always sounds like he's going through puberty.
Well, at the time that this movie was made, Steven himself has also gone through puberty at this point, so it fit.
So Steven Universe becomes Batman.
Sure.
We've always
Honestly,
known that.
considering
We've always known that.
considering the whole crystal thing, I was expecting him to become part of the Indigo tribe or something.
Dang.
It was a discreet kind of thing.
Oh, you have no idea.
go away.
Alfred, bring in the sass.
Yeah.
Well, that's the best part about Alfred.
Dry British wit.
Yeah, that's one interesting thing about Alfred. Okay, aside from that time where he was in the animated series, when he was voiced by an American. I mean, even then he did the role pretty well as well. If there's one thing that for each of the ones that I've seen at least, if there's one thing that's always been consistent about Alfred is his dry wit.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Alfred is like the Joker in that he's fun to write for, and you have to actively try to screw him up.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
By that I mean the first one, not the James.
Also,
Gunn one.
Also, of course, he owns a vineyard. Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know what that means.
Does the Batman universe have a villain from Portugal? I wonder.
Probably.
No, I can tell you that in the Suicide Squad, they kind of retconned the Ratcatcher to actually be Portuguese.
I mean, no, the only
Yes,
only Portuguese DC thing that I can think of is the white Portuguese ship in BVS. But that's about it.
Again, I can tell. Again, for the DC Extended Universe, they retconned actually Ratcatcher to be both the daughter. It also that the daughter is actually played by a Portuguese actress, and I mean OG.
There you go, Pedro.
All right then.
I'll give you the name later so you can tell me if you recognize her or not.
Sure, I'll see. Glibs, all I'll say about that is about the Alpha Fingers. Oh,
Jesus.
And I thought Batman was the detective.
You really are a shitty detective.
Happy Father's Day.
Jeez, music suddenly went Temple of the Tomb Raider on us.
Okay, Holiday must be the luckiest person in the fucking world considering he manages to outrun both Batman and literally everyone on their tail.
Someone really loved the ending of Godfather Part 3 and wanted someone to reenact it.
Somebody had to like Godfather Part 3, I guess.
Father's Day prank gone wrong.
There's actually quite a few people that do, to be fair. I don't get why, but yeah.
I mean...
Alright, let's see.
There. Respect paid. Moving on.
Guess it's better than pressing F.
Also, Alberto Falcone is a grave. Nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't answer his question.
Also, that's a paper cutter, Harvey. I'm not sure you can cut anything.
It's the best thing he's got.
I guess you can pierce with it.
Mm-mm.
Huh. But that's literally, catching someone to put something on equal level in place.
Huh, you're right. She was Red Cat. I didn't even recognize her in the movie.
Also, that's cute because the coin has only two heads. Ha!
It helps with the decision, I guess.
All right. Basically, till she started out in 2014 doing various soap operas. Eventually, like a lot of actors do, they go to America to try their luck, and it seems like she actually succeeded, like Danielle Roy did. So,
Okay.
cool.
It
She actually was Spider Gwen in the Portuguese dub of Spider Verse.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It absolutely she also my favorite character from the Suicide Squad. So
Here we are on the 4th of July.
absolutely nothing wrong can happen today.
I mean, we're all in Gotham.
If you would think that after all these murders on holidays, they would actually try to not have fireworks for the sake of potentially not covering gunshots. Ouch.
Oh, calm down, dude. I was just trying to shake her hand. Jesus. Like,
What do you think? Do you think my hand is poisonous?
I mean, there are
He's not
literally
the,
some
he's not the
people like
Joker.
that.
The Joker might have the Joy Buzzword thing. Joy Buzzer, sorry.
yeah, look.
It's interesting how the Gotham Bank in the Batman mythos is, placed in what's the equivalent of a Flatiron building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, fear toxin.
Remind me again. Isn't the actual toxin itself lethal potentially?
Depends.
It depends on the dosage.
Crane always has very different versions of it. Sometimes it just causes you fear. Sometimes it torments you and then it kills you, and sometimes it just kills you.
Seems he's going for the
Varies
fear
a bit.
variant. Crane
It's the
is not,
Joker toxin that is always consistently makes you laugh until you die.
or it turns you into a Joker in some regards.
Really, we're doing this again? Oh,
But that's the thing, Dwibs. Crane is not often one who looks to kill. He wants first and foremost to scare, or in some
And that's
cases,
a kill.
yeah.
there was also one case where he actually took away people's fear just to see what they would
Yeah,
do.
we're not doing this again.
Okay, who's this guy?
The
The
Mad,
Mad
Hatter.
Hatter.
I love how the subtitles say in British accent.
Let me see who actually voices him.
But yeah.
John DiMaggio. Yeah, I guess he had to put up a fake British accent.
But hey, as you may have recalled, the little scene from villains that we saw in Amazon in the first part was a bit of a sneak peek as to villains who would be participating in this venture.
You're leaving.
Seriously, why, Harvey?
I mean, he literally did just get shot at. I can't blame her for being concerned that he's running towards the guy who shot at him.
No, I'm agree with her. I don't think, again, Harvey is just wanting to go Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. I don't remember Harvey being this flat out suicidal
Oh,
in the Dark Knight.
okay, here's the thing. Well, remember one thing, Dwibs. In The Dark Knight, Harvey was many things, not a coward. And let's not forget, he was the guy who said on public television that he was Batman, at a time where people were looking to kill Batman, and Joker was looking to kill Batman.
Well, Joe, but there's a reason why he's the Gotham's White Knight.
Oh, I get that. I'm just telling Dwibs the point that Harvey is one who can sometimes go for the drastic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on screen and for the public, he was the.
Oh.
Ow.
But behind the camera,
Well, that's the whole idea, Dwebs, is that Harvey is quote unquote
two-faced and
everything. That's why when he returns to shoot one of those cops, and he's like, "What, Dent? I thought you were dead." Half, as in his good half is got dead.
Yeah.
So.
Ow.
Ooh.
Did you get that out of your system? Good.
Let's get a coffee.
good day.
I mean, it's like, what, 2 a.m.? Maybe a kebab is better.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or a pizza.
Oh.
That's mundane, Lives.
But it's
Yeah,
simple,
but takeout kebabs are kind of gross, so.
That's the appeal, Shiro.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Yes, now shut up. You've been asking that same question for 3 hours.
Crane, why do you indulge him?
Can you seriously not think of any other one, man? Just be careful, Spectre haven't planted a bomb in there.
Interesting place to drop off laundry.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, have some of your own medicine, Doctor.
You know, Crane, maybe sometimes you should really have a protection against your own devices, considering that this happens all the goddamn time.
Reliving a bit of your Joker days there, DiMaggio?
Also, you're like half his size.
Also, I'll give John DiMaggio credit. Again, it's my personal accent cringe test. I didn't cringe, so well done.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's like how Joe would cringe.
Happy 4th of July.
Honestly, Dwebs, if I was like you and Teo, every time Hollywood tries to have a Portuguese accent, I would go insane.
Notoriety is a double-faced coin, Pedro.
Because that's the interesting thing to actually know. The Suicide Squad. Okay, one of the characters was actually played by an actual Portuguese person, but the other was Barbara's played by a New Zealand.
Well, okay, maybe I'll have to watch it again and this time pay attention to it. But I don't think she was using her Portuguese accent when she was doing that.
Portuguese accent for what now?
Ratcatcher in the new Suicide Squad movie. She's played by a Portuguese actress.
Called her an ungrateful bitch.
Oh,
You
it's
two
okay.
just need to cooperate.
It's okay. That's just the voice inside of his head, and oh god. Oh god.
It's you, Belle.
Then who could have left it open?
Well, Batman, of course. At least I hear Batman, and you're really rude, leaving other people's doors open.
It's for a case.
It's for a good cause.
Close the door, at least, you inconsiderate prick.
But if I close the door, they'll hear it, and then destroys the whole point.
We
But
should have
it's
closed
rude
it
not to
earlier
close the
then.
door, though.
Also, I remember the Gotham Tribunal to be a bit bigger than this.
Maybe they had to downsize.
Yeah, we're kind of... Yeah. And this is why, Harvey, you need the court record always full and tracked. Oof.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, press X to doubt.
Did someone put a microphone into his head?
Oh no, it's like the thief in the helicopter.
Your Honor, it seems the prosecution has lost his mind.
Can I call for a mistrial?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Ha 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 ha
You
ha.
people
What
are
a story.
sick.
What a story, Mark.
Open them up with a joke. It always kills them.
Oh boy.
What, is everyone in the court bride or something?
Well, yeah, remember, early years, so the crime families still do possess a lot of power over the people of Gotham. So... Oh boy. Yeah, now we're about to get what I mentioned in the first part.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he's deliberately pushing his buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Basically.
Acid spray on half of his face.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ. The way he threw that there.
He is intent
What
on...
is that? What is that? Xenomorph's blood?
Maybe. He is intent on killing Harvey because he believes that Harvey is Holiday. A theory that is sadly looking to be the most, well... solid one.
Sound.
Yeah. So, yeah, with his face now half scarred, and now a lot of people thinking that Harvey is Holiday, this could end up pushing him over the brink.
And this is also what makes his wife finally leave him, I'm guessing.
You'll need to wait and see.
I mean, usually this is the kind of thing that happens in these stories, like with Arcana from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Don't mind me, I'll just be listening in.
Again!
Well, everyone's shit at their jobs.
It's not even just Arkham Asylum. Every place in Gotham City is easily escapable.
To be fair, I guess they don't normally expect the patients to just go out the goddamn window.
Does the Joker even need to work as hard as he does taking over the city?
Maybe that's it. He just knows that and he's just having a blast by having people being clueless.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing.
Of course.
Even the mob is incompetent. Is this maybe just gonna be a bunch of incompetent people sucking at their jobs?
Basically, again, being a product of the early years of Batman, it's basically a transitional kind of period from when Gotham is ruled mostly by the mob and instead transition
I didn't
towards
think this
super villains.
Yeah, so to be fair, at this point, stuff like Joker getting out of Arkham Asylum wasn't as common as it would become later. And so on and so forth.
You might as well take the stairs.
Yeah, the subside investor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thinking happy birthday in Italian.
Do birthdays count as holidays?
And is this the version that isn't copyrighted?
Oh god.
Yay! Surprise! It's a bomb. Oh.
Oh, it's not a bomb.
Also, the way this woman is so physically ripped, like she looks like she could break Batman's back in half.
Well, there is a
Seriously.
reason that her nickname is Gigante.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all point and laugh.
It means 1,000 thanks.
Oh, yeah, let's see.
It's interesting because we actually use that expression here as well.
I think it's derived from Latin, so it might be common.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds very ironic. Yeah, of course, drop the glass.
Yeah, about that future.
Happy birthday!
There's gotta have always a party pooper.
Okay, just wondering actually, has it ever happened when someone dressed up pretending to be Batman activates the bat signal and just kidnaps whoever comes up there?
Oh, I
There
think
may
there has
have
been
been
at
a
least
few
a couple of
plot lines like
examples.
that.
I think did Azazel did it at some point during his edgy period?
Possibly.
I wonder.
Hmm.
Oh, what a softie.
Uh,
Are you gonna eat the train?
Gotta love nursery rhyme. They teach you basic things while scaring the shit out of you.
mm-hmm. He's basically become roommates with Solomon Grundy.
Again, just be glad that Killer Croc is not, present right now. It's more complicated than that, Harvey.
Very complicated. Oh god, he's literally getting self-help advice from Solomon Grundy of all people.
I think it's Oliver Grundy's the insane type.
Solomon Grundy is literally a zombie.
It's kind of like an odd thing out because most super criminals in Gotham are mostly contained that Grundy is more tied to the supernatural than anything.
Funny story. The first time I've seen Solomon Grundy in something was a fan made YouTube video of how wrestling would portray a Superman heel turn.
Huh.
Basically, he runs down the Justice League, calling them without me. They'd just be a bunch of nerds wearing tights going to costume parties. And decides to sign up with the Legion of Doom because they even offered him a movie deal. I don't know how they can do that, but unless Lex Luthor owns a movie studio.
Also, that chin.
Hmm.
Yeah, no dice. Sorry.
Yeah, Batman's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I'm not letting you do that.
Already too many people outside.
We're not doing this.
You know, imagine if this took place in Britain. What would they do on bonfire nights?
Probably setting someone with explosives.
Maybe, why does the commissioner need to go with him?
Because Sal
Just
Maroni
to
is
be
a
sure.
high-profile
Remember,
capture.
Reeves, this kind of thing also happened in the Dark Knight, where Gordon wanted to be sure.
Yeah. One of the commissioner gets killed, then that would put morale of everybody to an all-time low. Hey, you're the Hulk crippler! Who came first, actually? Solomon Grundy or Hulk?
Or
Ah.
Hulk is technically, more powerful and actually has an eating factor.
I mean, the Hulk came out back in the 60s. Solomon Grundy dates back to
I'll check in the meantime.
probably not that far. I mean, was he in the original Bob Kane
1944.
run?
1944.
Ah,
All
so
American
Grundy
Comics
came
Okay,
number
never mind.
61.
All right, so he was in the Bob Kane original era. Okay.
Well, I can imagine it was drastically different.
Probably, yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, crud. Huh. Weird. That look he gave, though. He seemed surprised by that.
Mm-hmm.
But both his sides of the heads.
That's the thing. If you remember something about Two-Face is that the coin tends to get, scarred on one side after the incident.
Symbolism.
Yeah, what he said.
Oh,
Who else could pull off a big outfit over another big outfit? I said drop it, not put it down.
Semantics.
Okay, so maybe Harvey
Ooh,
was
he's
on holiday.
now. No shit.
Again, you know one thing you want to know one thing I do like about Long Halloween? It is before Batman became uber popular, so this was again, it wasn't a point where he was this
There we go.
infallible detective who automatically could know everything. He legit did have to work on his deductions. And even still, this caper is proving
Also,
to be
yes,
quite
we've
one.
gone full circle with Halloween again, which means sadly no Easter killing. How sad.
Aw. I wanted it to be the Easter Bunny.
The Easter Bunny would be holiday?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
maybe that's the twist, Joe. Maybe Holiday is actually Captain Carrot.
Maybe.
I mean, who would? Again, yeah. I think one of those creatures that somehow, one of the fictional characters associated with a holiday, that doesn't really get his due compared to others, is the Easter Bunny.
Uh,
I don't know, both stuff like Rise of the Guardians and the Fairy Odd Parents episodes tied to it, I think pretty much showcased all of it. It's more Sandman, actually, technically, if you wanna.
And it's poor showing in video games, man.
But,
The only one he got was Easter Bunny's Big Day.
Dez is a big fan of the Easter Bunny, and he's not taking this thing down. Shut up, goddammit. I demand more Easter Bunny media.
Hashtag justice for Easter Bunny.
Exactly.
So what you're
see?
telling me is that Dubs would be a big fan of Hop.
Jova. Santa Claus has had plenty of time in the sun. It's the Easter Bunny's turn now.
You know. I love how that's a plot point in Rise of the Guardians that the Easter Bunny is actually jealous of Santa getting all the media.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's justified. That bastard always gets stuff named after him.
so yeah, at the very least, they put up protection. Let me see who. Actually, since now she's speaking, let me see who voices
And I
Rene
guess they
Montoya.
aren't,
Alisa Diaz.
Oh. I thought the twist was going to be they are the police, and that's why they blocked her car in.
Man.
Yeah, they did such a good job blocking him in.
Alisa Diaz has almost such a bare-bone and anonymous movie
I'm surprised.
career.
I'm surprised they're like, well, actually, well, don't worry, honey. He's only half dead. There's a difference between mostly dead and all dead. Please open his mouth.
Okay.
She seems to be more in tune with TV stuff, but anyway.
Garbage day. Halloween. So they're in a year ending in 4, 8, 12, or 16.
Ay caramba.
Hey, you didn't
What's
give me
wrong
my
with
tacos.
tacos?
You didn't give me my tacos. Hey, come back here.
Talking to you. That's my fucking taco.
It's Taco Tuesday, goddammit.
Maybe you barged in wanted the tacos.
It's taco time, but for him.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Is that the thing? They break in just to get, from now on, Solomon Grundy gets all the tacos. He is a hungry bastard, you know.
Yeah, that is also a good possibility. Just, something to cover up.
So he didn't go to Oxford. So what was up with that Oxford banner down there then?
You have to think. Gotham has. I like to think about Gotham U, as in Gotham University. Like that university is probably the best if you to become a professional, specifically a professional in the world of crime, considering this town.
Yeah,
Like, seriously.
probably Gotham U probably would have an amazing criminology
Not-
major.
All right. No, but the reason I was saying it is because basically there was a university over here that the prime minister actually did graduate from, and that guy turned out to be a two-faced criminal.
Huh.
And a lot of people joked about that university saying, all right, this university is very good for graduating professionals, specifically those who want to become professionals in the world of crime. So.
That's a good question, actually. Why would Dent kill Alberto?
Because he's nuts.
For the lulz?
That's not as mighty.
He's cuckoo.
He actually does regret what happened to his son.
Yeah, probably is not really convinced.
And Batman's like, boo, you really want me to feel bad for you now?
I have dead parents too, but you don't hear me complaining about it.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, I just constantly think about it internally. It's this different thing.
Really? Yeah, exactly.
Do all criminals in this city have
Selena,
vision?
oh, Selena, are you always behind me, making sure to only intervene when I'm in trouble?
That depends. Why do the criminals of Gotham have such bad peripheral vision?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, that just made it
Awkward.
very, very awkward.
And your dad.
You know that really only makes our relationship weirder, but what the hell?
Seriously, from the start.
Hold on, I didn't even want.
Oh.
So it looks like, but don't you see, guys? Turns out Oedipus complex happens to be Selena's fetish.
Oh god.
Interesting enough, Bruce TV is nowhere to be found in development team.
That is a legit good question, honestly. Hell, the Gotham TV series goes even weirder with things.
Honestly,
See, it is.
Considering-
Oedipus complex is A-okay
Oh
for
wow,
certain.
they literally sent sparks flying. Because I could have
Considering
sworn
the
I just heard an
Red Calls,
explosion.
considering the red comes with the Court of Owls from the New 52, that surprisingly makes sense as Gotham becoming basically a cursed city.
Most of them will be taken aback when their boyfriend slash lover slash romantic interest whatever tells them that they remind him of their mother, of his mother. But Selena seems to really enjoy that. It seems.
All right, what blew up this time?
There, Dweebs, this is instead what Batman Begins was referencing.
So, yeah, essentially, Harvey Dent called for a mass breakout.
Die.
You know, when I thought of superpowers, trauma gas wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like I say though. I mean, generally in these kinds of things, American VAs do tend to have British accents in general. Okay,
And yet he still left Calendar Red inside.
but I do wish.
I do
wish
like
it
how
was-
he got the wrong coin toss to be let out.
And I still don't have my tacos.
Damn it.
But I do wish that they put a bit more regional variety in it. We're not all from London.
You know what? Screw the Easter Bunny. Like I demand justice for all taco lovers right now.
Well, that's
Also-
the thing. You can get tacos from anywhere. There's only one Easter Bunny, damn it.
Also, I didn't mention it. Poison Ivy in this version is actually voiced by Kati Shako.
Katie Sackhoff. Yeah.
Sacco, thank you. Which doesn't have much of a career in terms of movie. She's mostly also a TV and sometimes video game actress. But she was actually in Batman Year One. Let's see. Also in The Mandalorian more recently. And also she voiced Black Cat in Spider-Man Edge of Time.
So this is an interesting bout here, how Sophia points out that things have changed to the point where, yeah, we're literally throwing in our lots with, well, super villains.
Yeah. Again, just be glad that Suso nor the Flash are actually getting interested in your turf.
Yeah.
Well, that happened.
Because that's the interesting thing about the quality of these movies and indeed Warner Brothers Animation's DVD film output as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Around this point, I heard it was going really downhill.
Like I said, the Dweebs, stuff like Gotham by Gaslight does show it that not much budget or much effort were put into these. Only the Mortal Kombat animated movies seem to be more on point. Also, here's the Joker.
And Penguin.
Mhm. But it seems that at least with this one, and apparently also Superman Man of Tomorrow, they did put back the effort.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like nowadays they're getting back into the trend with the good ones.
Like from what I heard, Injustice seems to be just badly written, but it seems the animation looks to be fine.
This reminds me a lot of okay, that shot there just reminded me a lot of Scarface, the ending of the 80s one. I mean,
Yeah.
the only twist is
Well,
that she doesn't fall into the
crud.
water. I mean, they die, but she doesn't
Look
fall
what they
into the water.
look what they did with my girl. Look how they massacred my girl.
You are stupid.
Yeah, Grundy's a zombie, so that won't do much.
It's not like he has much of a healing factor. It's literally just a matter of they do nothing. Like,
You have to cut his head off.
according to Arkham City, you just need to rip his heart off. Apparently, that's fine with Batman's code, I guess.
Interestingly enough, you could see Long Halloween as the time when Gotham really did transition from being run by the mob to being, well, run by the nuts running the asylum, essentially.
Mhm.
It's worse.
Yeah, that's the ironic thing. You really do have to wonder, is it better that at least we now have cartoony goofballs running around as the main bad guys? Or were we better off with the mob as the bad guys?
It's certainly more lively, I guess, but
So
kind of chaotic as well.
So kind of like in the story of Insomniac Spider-Man, where I don't know, Ryan Reza Kingpin was kind of maintaining order in New York.
Basically.
Is he trying to do a jigsaw impression?
Basically, it's Harvey's other half, shall we say. It's often at the guttural growl.
Yeah. Live or die, make your choice. What? You haven't put the coin yet?
It's more just to be prepared. That's not so easy.
Oh.
So he doesn't flip the coin twice. Oh. Shit, no, I can't see the coin.
Depends.
My
Debs.
coin! No!
That is the
Depends,
thing
Debs.
about Two-Face. He is literally attached to that coin.
Yes, Major?
Mm-hmm. Well, depends, Dwebs. Remember, like in the Dark Knight, he actually did use a loophole. Like, you're a lucky man, but he isn't. Who? Your driver.
Bang.
You know Harvey Dent's whole thing about tossing the coin and sticking whatever it picks?
Yeah.
Well, when it's I remember reading reactions to the movie when he decided to just keep flipping the coin until he got the choice he wanted. In Batman Forever, everyone threw a hissy fit over it.
I mean, the hissy fits that I was hearing about that movie were of different reasons. Definitely not that one.
No, but that is true. It is a common, miswriting of the character to have not abiding by the rule of the code. Very funny.
The corporate ladder is very rigorous that way. Yeah.
Why don't you just marry the coin at this rate? I haven't put the coin yet. Okay, I did, but I didn't see where it landed on, so I'm tossing it again.
Oh no, we're not doing this again.
Oh god, not again.
And Batman became a White Lantern in the meantime?
Oh my god, it's that chapter from Aspar again.
No.
Alone, you're in the middle of a field.
Well, not really, but yeah, you know.
All right. Now it's down to just us.
She survived that.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Ding.
Stop calling me Harvey, damn it.
I even got myself this cool new suit that's divided down the halfway mark. Seriously, Two-Face does have some spiffy fashion, I'll give him that.
What's her face normally calls him like by we and our and all that?
Oh, snap.
Shit.
And with that, Carmine Falcone is...
Soon to be dead.
I can explain, okay? It's not what
It's
it
not
looks
what
like.
it looks like. Bummer.
Yeah, I may be insane and have half my face burnt off, but I'm not stupid.
Yeet him out the window.
Pick him up, throw him out the window.
What are
You're-
you
you're
doing?
smart.
Let her drop. I'm a Darwinist. She was too stupid to live. Seriously? I told her there were no bullets left and she kept pulling the trigger and stepping backwards out of a broken window. Now look what happened to her.
She survives this.
I'm sorry about your stupid your daughter.
Why is everyone mistaking me for other people?
No, actually, that's a thing. Catwoman does have a connection with the Falcones.
Mm-hmm.
I had someone once call me patient and I didn't take that very well. And all we take is all we... Yeah, I got nothing.
And with that, an era of Gotham comes to an end.
Mm-hmm.
So one would think, hey, the mob's wiped out. That's a good thing. But are
And
we
Holiday seem to have not killed anyone tonight.
But are we saddled with something worse now?
Probably.
Huh. The thing that I thought would happen, did kind of happen, sort of. Well, you were doing a shit job trying to arrest him.
We have a title.
Wait, is it? Let me check how long we got left.
Around 10 minutes.
Got like 10 minutes. It's not quite over yet, hard. Two-Face. But I believed it betrayed me first.
That's the thing. From his good nature, he is turning himself in.
Oh, because he knows he's gonna get out because the security's hot garbage.
That potentially as
Okay,
well.
okay.
Well, occasionally the Harvey personality does shine sometimes, like Jova mentioned.
Yep. There have been several occasions where he has gotten his face all fixed up, too.
It's kind of like in the Marvel universe where Professor X stops being paraplegic. It's a constant like roller coaster tug of war where the writers do to say, "Oh, the status quo is changed," only to change it again 1 year or two later.
Is it like a Days of Future Past?
Yeah, you have to think like that. Okay, it's kind of like that with just in a lot of times in a more tasteless kind of way.
Arkham Asylum, the world's most easily escapable prison.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
goddammit.
we're going
Is
to
the-
increase the security this time.
Is the Psycho
Yeah.
Pirate ranting again about the multiverse?
Yeah,
Jeez.
this time we're going to have 2 security guards.
His
yes.
wife.
The wife. Yeah, someone's gonna need to tell her about the news.
Yeah, your husband's gone cuckoo and now he's in prison. And don't worry, you'll see him in about a month.
Oh, what's that you're burning there, Gilda?
He was still involved.
Remember how Alberto mentioned he had to eventually let his father scare away the girl he loved? Well, wouldn't you know, Gilda was that girl.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, Carmine was a piece of work, to say the least.
Charming. Did you really, though?
Well, not all of them, like she said.
I guess that's enough.
So she got her revenge, but at the cost of the man that she loved.
Yeah, it's just Batman. He's the world's greatest detective. Answer the question, Bats.
No.
Okay, then.
No. I think he thinks it's best to just let her stew and things. All things considered.
Quite a few times in this film where they ask questions that are never answered. People are so rude. Yeah, besides Alfred, you see the time I've been pretty gullible when it comes to trick-or-treaters. You once let 2 criminals into your house. Okay. Another version of you did, but yeah.
Yeah, because one of those criminals was Two-Face. Aw, at least he has Selena, though. That's nice.
For the time
Trick or
being.
yeet.
Hey!
I love that line. You're cute when you're wrong.
Aw, cute. He's got a Batman costume.
Starting with the merchandising early.
Yeah, years later, Bruce will think of Batman Incorporated.
Alright. I don't know if there's
Okay.
another post-credit scene. I'll just leave again the video open. Why not? But
I mean,
all's well that ends well, I
So,
guess.
Tio, should we...
it's part 2, so I doubt it.
Go ahead, Joe. Why not?
Basically, as you can imagine, Batman The Long Halloween was an amazing success. So later, it got 2 sequels that ran side by side each other. One called Batman Dark Victory, and another called Catwoman When in Rome. See, the special thing about Batman Dark Victory is that it reveals that Sofia Gigante Falcone actually did survive that fall off. Regardless, though, like I mentioned, though, the reason I say Sofia Falcone survived that fall, yeah, the sequel Batman Dark Victory does actually reveal that she survived it. Anyway, I won't go too much into the details of that story on the off chance that they may make the sequel movie to it. What you need to know is that it is a bit of a revisit as well to the events of this one, and enters with a new villain known as the Hangman. Who knows, maybe we'll check it out comics-wise, or maybe eventually the movie will be made off of it. Now that being said, there was one odd change made to this version of the story as well. Yeah, you'll remember how Pedro suggested who's next, the Riddler? That's the thing, originally the Riddler was in the original comic, and he was a bit of a special case. See, the Riddler was expected to be targeted on Valentine's Day, but the odd thing was that for some reason unknown to everyone at the time, Holiday didn't kill Riddler. It turned out this was a way of Holiday to show Falcone that he knew exactly what Falcone was up to, and Falcone would have to stew with that essentially. But that was one thing they left out. Otherwise, it seems like a pretty good and faithful adaptation. Oh, and I think we're about to get the after credits scene.
Alright then. Oh. It's you two. I guess it's to establish the Justice League of discontinuity.
Batman will return in Final Crisis.
Okay, I think we're early on to
Yeah,
establish
yeah,
that
yeah,
for
way
discontinuity,
too
to be
early.
honest.
Sorry, Batman will return in Infinite Crisis.
Especially considering how, again, at the DC fandom, the new movies they announced seem to be mostly just original tales instead of adaptation of other stories. So we'll see on that front. But for this one, final thoughts?
Sure, right?
I enjoyed it. I don't really have anything negative to say about it, honestly. It was just enjoyable. I like the animation. It was just it was an interesting thing overall, and yeah, I don't really have anything to complain about, actually.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Dwibs?
Dwibs.
So, yeah, this is actually one of the better ones that I've seen in regards to this particular series of films. I didn't feel like I had to read a comic book to understand half the plots, which separates it from a lot of the other ones. And it was well, like any good detective story, there was a lot of good twists and turns.
Yes.
And yeah, I can definitely see I can definitely also see the inspiration that The Dark Knight got. Obviously, the context of scenes were changed for that film because, well, I think bits were different in the films. You have to change it to compensate.
Even some bits from Batman Begins were inspired by this, like the big Arkham Asylum breakout.
I wonder if that's Goyer and Nolan's favorite comic book.
Would not
It is
surprise
possible.
me. I mean, Batman Long Halloween does topple on a lot of people's top 10 of comic book lines. Again,
Yeah,
it is a very classic one. It's got loads of Batman's rogues gallery and the birth of one of his most infamous villains ever.
Yeah, and one thing I have to say, it's a good job this film came out in 2021, because from what I understand, the other direct-to-DVD DC film that came out this year wasn't so well received.
From what I can understand, while things may be a bit rocky, DC Animation seems to be stepping their game back up with their DC animated original movies for the most part overall, especially with stuff like The Death of Superman 2-parter, Reign of the Superman, and Superman Man of Tomorrow.
Hmm.
Well, I was mainly talking about Injustice, but
I'm gonna consider that one a bit of. Well, you know what? I haven't even seen that movie, so I can't even judge. But hopefully, it's a
It
fluke.
literally just came out.
yeah, as for this film, it's very entertaining. So yeah, good.
Pedro.
Pretty much about the pretty much all the strengths of the first part transition into this one, and this one is overall more enjoyable because the stakes are a bit higher because we're in the climax, and there's less cliche melodrama. So there's that. Yeah, it works really well. So nice payoff indeed, and I actually really enjoyed um how it was very well tucked in it at the end. So yeah, it works really well. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good story.
All right, I'll go next, Ben. I overall liked it. Like, it's pretty much what I said for the first part can count for this. I like the animation for the most part. There are one or two occasions where it's a bit wonky, probably a bit unfinished. But overall, it's consistent. At least it's consistently good. The voice acting is also fine. Um, the score is surprisingly interesting. It's not maybe super memorable, but it definitely fits the atmosphere they want to go through. It does remind me a bit of the Arkham games, particularly the more tense sections. It lacks a bit the orchestra, but it compensates with the moody electronic vibes that gives the tension. Almost to a almost 80 kind of vibe a bit. The more tense part, not the mimetic kind of music, but just the more tense one that you hear in something like say Ghost in the Shell. Um, the story, again, my memory of the comic book is very hazy, so the stuff that Jova didn't mention, I did actually forgot. Um, but overall, the story is neatly tight. Again, a good transitional period between the major eras of Gotham. Again, it's interesting that after the Bronze and Dark Age, during actually the Bronze and Dark Age, a lot of writers, while reinventing the mythos of Batman, did stories that help with the continuity, and a bridge better some of the wacky stuff of the Silver Age in a more cohesive manner.
Mm-hmm.
There was stuff like this. Admittedly, Frank Miller with Year One, and then was that guy who, yes, Jova.
I think there was Batman Year 2 as well.
But there was also the guy with I forgot his name, the guy who basically invented Raj Al Ghul and Man-Bat. Um,
God.
I
Was
forgot his
it?
name, but basically also the guy who will later on do instead Batman Odyssey, which is quite something on its own.
Oh,
But again,
Batman Odyssey.
it's just an example for to showcase how the writers, several writers, wanted to piece things together. Then there's Grant Morrison, who just canonizes everything, big for the loser, but that's a story for another time. But as for this story in particular, yes, it's fine. You can tell also that Mask of the Phantoms took some inspiration from this for its elements. So again, pretty interesting overall. And again, it's a good product and a good step in the right direction for DC animated movies. I'm more curious to see Superman of Tomorrow after this, not so much Injustice movie. We'll see how that turns out. As for the future project, I guess Green Lantern Be My Power. There were also a couple of shorts released with this particular story. Again, part of a DC showcase. Maybe one day we'll take a look at that, especially because one of them involved Blue Beetle. Oh, that's nice actually.
Ah.
But yeah, as for this story, again, solid enough for me. Next, Jova.
Yeah, I can see why this movie got such good reception. Like, I mean, a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes is never easy to get and maintain, but no, this movie is. Well, both parts are pretty good, honestly. It adapts the story well, not completely one to one, but in a way that feels nice and comfortable, I would say. The voice acting's top notch, the animation style is very good and creative. And again, I appreciate it. Again, it's good to see DC animated original films once again getting back to the style and quality that we knew them for the most part until... God, when did they start to hit that slump overall?
I forgot when, but I can tell. Ironically now, Jova, kind of like with with the Flash starting after the Flashpoint paradox. Don't get me wrong, not all movies like that were that bad, but after the new continuity established with the Flashpoint paradox, there were starting to get a lot more misses than hits. We did still get something good like Wonder Woman Bloodlines that you did mention,
Mhm.
you know, but overall the quality did started to decline a bit. And we did get major examples with stuff like, say, Batman Hush, or I argue also Gotham by Gaslight, that we covered recently. Also, to an extent, also Superman Red Son, alas, but it's a story for another time. So, but yeah, it's good to see that things seem to be, for the most part, back on track. We'll have to see if the momentum keeps going.
But yeah, overall, this was a pretty good movie. It's based off of a well-oriented comic book one that has inspired loads of other media, so it's nice to see the origin of all that. Get its own due.
That's also another thing. Gee, what a shocker the Warner Bros. In DC. Turns out that if you adapt to something while staying true to the source material, people will
like
actually
it.
not actually get pissed off.
Yeah! Shocker, ain't it?
But
Depends
anyway,
on what the source material is.
But yeah, overall, it's a great movie and a great way to cap off 2021's Halloween picks.
Yeah, happy trick-or-treating. If you do, wash your hands, and everything. Don't accept candies from strangers, obviously. And I guess we'll have more frightenings next year if we survive.
See you then.
See ya.